prosperity, y'all. Rob Blackstorm, you know what it is. So, this is the story of Jimmy. Now, the story of Jimmy goes like this. Jimmy is a guy who I work with. We work together at the job, right? Jimmy is one of the top sales guys, if not, one of the top sales guys, right? At the job. So, it's a trio of us that's really tight in our department. Me, Jimmy, and Jackson, right? Changing some names, right? But Jimmy is the real person's name. I want to use that because I want to give him props. So Jimmy today, so me, Jimmy, and Jason are tight, right? Jason was out today. Now, Jason was out for whatever reason, he just didn't come in today. But what we do is we sign deals, right? We're salespeople, we sign deals. So we make our money based, we eat what we kill, right? No real salary, that's crazy. We eat what we kill, for the most part. But Jason was out. And Jason had two deals on the board ready to be closed, right? So, Jimmy, being one of the top salespeople, our manager told Jimmy, hey, you want to close these two for Jason? I'll give you $200 a piece. Now, I'm not going to explain what percentage we get off a deal, but it's way more than $200, right? And these deals would have netted him way more than $200, right? But Jimmy, so he asked two top salespeople, right? He asked Jimmy, and he asked this other guy, let's call him Evan for the sake of argument, right? And first he asked Evan, right? Evan didn't want to do it. Evan was on some, what's in it for me, right? Manager told him what was in it for him, $200. He said, nah, I don't want to do it for $200. It's not enough, right? Jimmy said, oh, that's Jason? That's my man, we cool. I'll do it for him, right? I'll do it for him. So it's two deals, right? Now signing the deal is not some 5-minute excursion. It takes at least, I'd say an hour and a half to close the deal. You got to deal with objections. You have to deal with knowing your client. You might have to call them 5-6 times, right? But Jimmy said, and Jimmy has his own deals to sign, right? He want to sign his own deals during the day to make his own money, right? But Jimmy said, nah, that's my man. I'll do it. Now, Evan took that. Hold on, let me make sure. Let me go sure I'm going the right way. Evan took that, right? And he's like, oh, Jimmy, Jimmy, you're going to sign his deal? Like, why would you do that? How you know he'd do that for you? Oh, it's not in it. It's not enough in it for me, right? Now, me, Jimmy, and Evan all sit in close proximity to each other. And what I told Evan was, and this is a metaphysical story, by the way, obviously, I wouldn't be telling you this if it wasn't. So Jimmy Jimmy's like, yo, I'm gonna do it. So Evan is just hating, basically. Why would you do that? It's not worth doing it. It's not even enough money. Look how much time it's going to take. XYZ, right? Jimmy gets the deal. Jimmy closes the first deal. Jimmy closes the second deal, right? Jimmy closes the second deal for him. So we have a wheel of fortune, right? There's good things on the wheel. There's bad things on the wheel, right? So Jimmy says, nah, I'm going to forfeit $400 and I'm going to take a wheel spin, right? So even me at this point, I'm like, Jimmy, you're going to forfeit $400 for a wheel spin? There's good and bad things on the wheel. One thing on the wheel is you can do push-ups. One thing on the wheel is you go get coffee for the manager, right? But there's also a significant amount of money on the board for the wheel spin, right? So what happens is Jimmy signs the deal. Now this time Evan is riding him, right? Why would you do that, Jimmy? Why would you forfeit the money? You could be getting this. You could be getting that. You could be doing push-ups. You could be going get coffee. He's laughing at him, right? He's sending little sneaky chat messages to crack jokes on him. Long story short, Jimmy spins the wheel. Jimmy cracks him for $500. So not only did Jimmy make more than he was going to make off signing the deal, but if he would have, not only did Jimmy make more than if he signed both deals, but Jimmy had faith in himself that because he did a good deed, he'd be able to make more on the wheel than he did. In spite of the hate, in spite of the criticism, and even when he said he was going to go to the wheel, even I was like, yo, Jimmy, you bugging? You're not going to take the straight cash? And he was like, nah, I believe in myself. I'm going to hit on that wheel. I believe. And Jimmy's the type of guy who would give up the wheel spin to somebody, right? He's that gregarious. The moral and the point of this story is, no matter what anybody says, no matter how anybody feels, first and foremost, be loyal to those who show love to you. Because one thing about the three of us, we show love to each other. We don't hate on each other. We give to each other. I don't think Jimmy's ever burned a sage in his life. I don't think Jimmy has an altar. I don't think Jimmy's ever lit a candle to his ancestors. I don't think Jimmy's ever took a spirit bath. I don't even think Jimmy ever even meditates. I know he prays. I know he believes in God, whatever you want to call God. He believes in God, right? And he has quotes on his desk. And one of the quotes, actually he has one quote on his desk. And the quote that he has on his desk is, I believe in myself. I believe in myself. And Evan, when he put that on his desk, Evan was clowning him too. But guess who looked like the real clown? Evan. So, be good to people. Shine your light on people. Stop always trying to get something from somebody. Stop thinking everything has to be an exchange. Give for the love and the art of giving. Give for the love and the art of giving. Shine your light. You know, I was thinking about how people say, you know, you were incarnated here because you did something bad, right? You were incarnated here because in the past life, you made some mistakes. You hurt people. About that? Yeah, people say, you know, when you from a past life, you hurt people. You know, you were incarnated here from a past life because you hurt somebody. You did something wrong. You were wicked. You were evil. You were bad, right? You had some issue, and you need to clean up your bloodline. But I think differently today. Jimmy made me think differently today. And some people are here, you know, free will exists. regardless. And I'm pretty sure of this. It rings well in my DNA. It satisfies my soul to say that some people, yes, are here to reincarnate and do it all over again and learn life's lessons. And we all are here to learn life's lessons in a way, right? We all are here to grow in our own way. But some people, when they passed, because of the weight of their spirit, because of the frequency of the spirit, because of the vibration of their spirit, because when you leave this flesh, right, all you have is what you go into the dream world with, which is your thoughts, right? When you're dreaming, you feel it. It's literal. Some people come out of the dream world with scratches and scars, right? Some people have actual scars when they dream. They come out of it with scratches and scars, just like if they were in this 3D reality. So when you shed this avatar flesh body, that's all you have. And if it's as light as a feather, or if it's as heavy, that will determine how high you ascend. And my idea is that if you have a heavy spirit, you come back into this world, and as you come back into this world, you're here to learn heavier lessons. You're here to learn harder lessons. You're here to learn much more difficult lessons, right? So that your spirit could lighten up. So that you can offer more light to the world. So that you could offer more radiance to the world. So that you could offer more love to the world, which is the ultimate light. The ultimate light is connection. The ultimate light is showing love. The ultimate light is showing gratitude. The ultimate light is being there for your friends and your family when they need it. The ultimate light is being able to be trusted. The ultimate light is to not say what's in it for me. Not think, and yeah, there's people out to play you. Of course, you have to defend yourself. Of course, you have to be wise. Of course, you have to be scrupulous, right? But the real meaning of life is to shine. The real meaning of life is to show love. If you do a money spell, right? A money prayer, and all the money in the world comes to you, but you don't have anybody that loves you. You don't have anybody to give you a hug. You don't have anybody to give you a forehead kiss. You don't have anybody to go to a movie with, or go to a concert, or even just sit down and watch a show or something like that and share a laugh with, then it doesn't matter. It's a lot of people with a lot of wealth, and they hide behind their wealth. They hide behind materialism. They hide behind ego. Because in reality, they're really miserable people. And a lot of times it's due to childhood trauma, yes. With childhood trauma, what we call shadow work, is here to be healed. It's here to be worked upon. So my idea is that some people, yes, they have a heavy vibration, so they're not able to ascend high enough to traverse past the rings of Saturn. And they get stuck on the rings of Saturn and get spun right back here. But some people are light enough to hit the gas giant, which is Jupiter, and expand and become a star. Jupiter is a representation of Jesus and Zeus. Saturn is a representation of Satan. And it's not to say that Saturn is evil, right? Saturn and Satan is just about restrictions, delays, discipline, order, structure. And Jupiter is like, fuck all that shit. Fly free, expand, shine your light. And if it's the way of the light, and if it's the way of expansion, if it's the way of growth, go for it. Saturn is cliques. Saturn is secret societies. Saturn is groups, gangs, organizations. Jupiter is everybody, the collective. So you have the opportunity to go spin on the rings of Saturn, or the opportunity to meet Jupiter, right? and then go on to Sirius. Go on to Sirius, and then become a star and create your own galaxy. This is my idea. This is what I've downloaded. This is what I believe and know to be true, right? Now, some people, I think, when they reincarnate here out of choice, out of free will. Or you get stuck in limbo, right? That's what you call ghosts. That's what you call apparitions, right? You get stuck here. You get stuck in limbo, so to speak. So you're not even, you don't want to reincarnate back here, right? Then you just get stuck. Or you are light as a feather, and you make a choice to come back here and be a light bearer and go through the rough, tough, and tumble all over again. But the choice is ultimately yours, I believe. Because if you say, right, that you reincarnated here to purify your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather's sins, or your father's sins, or your mother's sins, then how is that different than the Christian theology of you being born in sin? It's not at all. There is no difference. But if you can say that you came here to be a light bearer, you know, there are some people who go through the same struggles, the same hurt, the same pain, the same heartbreak, some even worse than others. And they're still light bearers. They're still giving. They still show love. They still exhibit kindness. They still exhibit care. They still have concern and empathy for their fellow man and woman. And there's some people who go through those same situations and don't give a damn about anybody. Only want to use people, only want to hurt people, only want to manipulate people, only want to use people for their energy, only want to take but not create. They're not interested in spreading joy unless it benefits them, unless it's what's in it for me. Again, Jimmy is not studying esoteric spirituality. Jimmy is not following any teachers. Jimmy is not necessarily walking the path of the so-called quote-unquote righteous. Jimmy's just being himself. So who are you really? What are you really? And it's okay, no matter if you chose to come back here and go through this to spread your light, like a Jimmy, or whether you chose to come back here because you were not ready you were not ready to shine your light. And that's shining your light, meaning shining your love, meaning shining your connection, meaning shining your empathy. And you need to heal and learn from that, right? No matter what, it's a choice. No matter what, it's a choice. Some people, it's in them. Some people, it's on them. Jimmy, it's in him. It's not on him. This is not a garment that he has to wear. This is not a kufi. This is not a crystal that he has to wear. This is not a spirit bag that he put on. I learned a lot from Jimmy today. And hopefully this story of Jimmy helps you learn about yourself. Heal what you need to heal. Be compassionate. Be kind to others. Be the light that you want to see in this world, as corny as it sounds. Be the glow up that you want to see in this world, and align with people that you want to see glow up with you. Don't be around people just to be around them so that you could have some emotional security. Don't be around people just because you're lonely and you didn't really get to deep dive. Me, Jimmy, and my man, we got to know each other. We got cool. So therefore, my man benefits. Therefore, Jimmy benefits. And I benefit from seeing the lesson. So we all win. So you got to ask yourself, only you know you. Is it in you or is it on you? And if it's on you, work on getting it in you. And if it's in you, let that motherfucker shine even brighter. Figure out how to shine even brighter. Figure out how to give even more. Figure out how to be of service even more. Figure out how to become better. Figure out how to develop yourself and your skills and your thoughts and your ideas. Think the highest, most powerful thoughts about yourself. Think the best and feel it and move towards it. And that's how it will manifest. Same way Jimmy made something manifest out of nothing. That's magic. And he didn't need a candle or altar or spell to do it. It's the story of Jimmy. Peace, power, and prosperity to y'all.